So speaking of the Meltzer driver and that insane spot that you guys did, has there ever been a move that maybe one of you guys suggested that the other one was hesitant to do?
Oh, all the time. Oh man, where do we start? I remember on a bus in Japan thinking of the Meltzer driver, and Matt told me, "Oh no, that's not possible." I was like, "Oh, I don't know, Matt. I think it is." And sure enough, it was possible. But that was one example. But I would say when we have like a crazy stipulation type of match, like a ladder match or something, both Matt and I will come up with crazy ideas that our opponents usually have to say no to.
Right.
I remember the match you. I think it was Marty Jannetty and I had with you guys, and we did this spot. I'm on the apron, and somebody gave me like a tornado DDT. You remember? I don't know if you remember that.
That's right. Yeah,
that was sweet, man. I was all about taking it
back
too.
in the high risk wrestling days for their company.
That brings up a memory. I went for a 450 splash on you, Sean, and you countered it with the X Factor.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it was sweet, and the timing was good, man.
Yeah.
And that was another one you can't necessarily try before the match because you're not going to make it to a 450 bump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys nailed that. I remember that.
That's just.
That was me who gave you the DDT too, by the way.
That's right.
I remember Marty did like a splash off the top rope to the floor, and he wanted us to move.
All right.
What?
Oh,
he crashed and burned, poor guy. That's his ankle up that night. I was thinking of any other examples of that, like for that question, any answers. I think one that comes straight to my mind. It wasn't us who actually it was both Nick and I who thought it wasn't possible. We were having a ladder match with the Addiction, Christopher Danielson.
Oh, great tag team.
And Frankie came up with the idea where I would stand on a table, wedged in the corner, and have him up in a tombstone. And then Nick would jump off the ladder and give him the indie taker. And I just thought there was no way it would be possible that I could stand on a table without the table collapsing, without whatever going wrong. And Nick and I basically, behind their backs all day, were going, okay, so that's obviously not going to happen. What's really going to be the finish tonight? And to the point where they just kept telling us, no, we have to do this. This is too good. We have to try it. We have to just go for it. And they finally convinced us. They kind of pulled their vet cards, and Nick and I were like, okay, these guys want to do it. Let's just go for it. And and it worked out. But that was one of those situations where it was so crazy that Nick and I were like, no, there's no way.
Yeah.
Hey, so
you know what? I'm happy we did do it.
Was there a backup? Did you have a backup in case it didn't go as planned?
Yeah, we did. But man, I cannot tell you what it was.
Because who gives a shit at this point, right? Because you guys pulled it off.
But yeah, we definitely did have a backup plan. I think it was me jumping off the ladder through a table or something. Or
you know what? You were scared. You were scared about me doing too, Nick, when I super glued a bunch of thumbtacks to the bottom of a high top, and I super kicked Candice LeRae in the face with it. And he looked at the shoe and he said, "You can't kick anybody with that shoe. You'll kill him." And I said, "No, it'll be awesome."
Especially a woman.
That's right. Yeah.
And that ended up becoming. I didn't injure her or anything, but dang, she had huge.
But you know, to our credit though, those are two instances that are huge highlights of our careers. So I'm glad we took the chance. Right?
You guys were self-trained. Do you think that that's the reason why your style is so unique?
Oh man, maybe. Because we usually don't say no to each other, and we usually just do take the risk. Like, there's a lot of wrestlers that are scared of taking risks. Like, they'll do what they're comfortable with.
Yep.
Matt and I sometimes go outside of our boundaries and just do it. And sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time it does pay off.
Most recently, Oh, go ahead, Sean.
I was going to just say I retweeted a quote that says, "Nothing great happens in your comfort zone."
You're right.
Yeah, that's true.
You're right.
That's good.
We recently wrestled Rocky in Japan at the show called Dominion, and it was a totally different style of match psychologically. And we said this can go either really terribly or this can be like a really great match. And because basically the entire story of the match would be different than any other Young Bucks match you've seen. But we said, you know what? Let's do something different. Let's just swing for the fences and let's commit. And as long as Nick and I really believe, as long as you commit at something, and you don't give up, and you like if you don't bail on it, because sometimes a lot of these guys will be like, oh, it's not getting over, it's not getting over.
Yeah.
They go to like whatever they know. Like Nick and I just go, okay, it's not getting over, but you know what? By the end of the night, damn it, it will be over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then what happened was we hit a home run that night. We had a really good match at Dominion. It was one of my favorites all time. And so we took that similar style we did with going back to the whole weekend we just had. We kind of had a similar match with them again. And again, we were like, man, this clicks, this works. Like Nick and I are doing like sharpshooters. We've never done that in our career, But
right.
I think now we've developed a new finish. Like maybe this could be something we can do and it be less damaging on our bodies. So that was the point of that.
That's something that's just gonna. You guys are just gonna evolve. Your work will evolve over your course of your career, and like more of that stuff will come. I mean, that's just how it works. And and that. But man, go ahead.